Maoyuu Yuusha. The Yuusha travels to the Demon King's castle in order to put an end to the conflict once and for all. When he arrives, he meets the Demon King, who turns out to be a red-haired woman named Maou. She gives Yuusha the option of defeating her or assisting her in ending the war. After some deliberation, Yuusha agrees to assist her in changing the world. Humans and demons have been at war for 15 years. To end this war, the humans' greatest warrior, Hiro, travels to the Demon King's castle. He found out that the Demon King is actually a woman who has been waiting to meet him. As they converse, she reveals that the war has actually benefited both sides, as their races have put aside their differences to fight a common enemy. However, it has allowed the powerful and corrupt to take over the human southern kingdoms, which in turn made them continue to fight demons in exchange for food and financial aid from the rich kingdoms. The queen has a plan to end this conflict and bring peace to both their races. She will need the assistance of Hiro. The queen and Hiro then teleport to the human realm, where they arrive at a farming village called Winter Pass. While settling in a villa with the assistance of her maid, to stall the war rumors were being spread that the hero and Demon King fought and are recuperating their wounds. The queen was given a cover identity as a human noblewoman known as Crimson Scholar. There was a commotion in the stables later that night where they found two sisters hiding. Hiro wants to help them, but the maid refuses. The sisters request that they can teach them how to be humans so they can learn, and the maid agrees. As the scholar educates the sisters, she also teaches the sons of a noble, a warrior, and a merchant about the war's effects on society, hoping to change their minds about it. After time passes, the village adopts the scholar's farming methods. The Crimson Scholar and Hiro are now posing as the White Swordsman, and met with the nun in charge of the Lake Convent, who turns out to be the female knight who was a member of Hiro's old party. To explain Hiro's disappearance, Crimson Scholar tells female knight that she found him severely injured from his fight with the Demon King, and that, in return for saving his life, he offered his protection in gratitude. Scholar reveals to female knight her secret weapon: potatoes, a crop unknown in the human realm at the time, and asks her and the church to spread the crop and teach people in the southern countries how to farm it, to which female knight agrees. Back at the villa, Hiro decides to search for female magicians in the demon realm. Since Hiro's departure, the fall season has arrived, and female knight has relocated to the villa to teach swordsmanship to Crimson Scholar's students. Young merchant, an alliance member, pays Scholar a visit, and she introduces him to another crop, corn, which will help boost mankind's food production even more if the alliance helps her fund the farming of the crop, despite learning that Scholar's goal is to end the war peacefully, which the human kingdoms and the church may regard as treachery and heresy. Young merchant accepts her proposal. At Gateway City, which is occupied by humans, Hiro saves a demon barmaid from being harassed, and learns from her how most of the human army has been mistreating the demons occupying the city except those who guard the eastern fortress. The expeditionary fleet, sent to recapture Aurora Island, is a disaster thanks to their inept commander, the White Knight King. When demon krakens destroy the majority of the fleet, leaving only a few survivors, including the Winter Prince, whose father is killed saving the White Knight King. Back in the southern nations, most of the southern leaders despise White Knight King, who refuses to accept responsibility for his failures and instead blames them on the late Winter King.
戦争って何なのでしょう。なぜ起きるのですか。なぜ終わらないのですか。
Elder Sister Maid questions Crimson Scholar about the existence of war, and the latter explains its causes. Meanwhile, the Black Knight, with the assistance of fairies, creates nightmarish illusions for the Crusader armies in Gateway City, affecting their sanity and morale, including that of the Crusader commander. The Crimson Scholar arrives at the Winter King's camp, offering her assistance to him and the female knight. The Winter Kingdom forces construct a land bridge out of floating icebergs, with the Salt Scholar bringing them together. Female Knight leads the Winter Kingdom armies and claims the beachhead at Aurora Island now that they are fighting on equal ground. Despite their victory, they must now prepare for a lengthy siege of the Arctic General's fortress.
夏の終わりのこの国は最高だな。
なあ、これから栗も美味しくなる。 ずっとこうならいいんだけどな。
The second summer approaches. The Winter Kingdom has greatly improved, thanks to the Crimson Scholar dispatching one of her students, the merchant youngster, to assist the Winter King. The hero returns to Gateway City as the Black Knight to attend a festival after training with the female knight and tasting younger sister maid's carbonated drink. While Hero is feasting with the Eastern Fortress General, the Fire Dragon Princess, daughter of the Archduke Fire Dragon, arrives, much to Hero's dismay, as the princess considers herself the Black Knight's wife. Recognizing that time is running out for her, the scholar sends Hero, along with elder sister Maid, who has become her apprentice, to the Iron Nation to demonstrate a new invention that will improve human education, the printing press. Young Merchant pays a visit to the Crimson Scholar's villa, and by her instructions, elder sister Maid tries to impersonate her with a magical ring, but is unable to deceive him. Hero then intervenes and takes him to the Demon Realm, where he shows him that the now liberated Gateway City became a thriving metropolis, inhabited and ruled by humans and demons alike, and has the Fire Dragon Princess holds a banquet for them, where he offers him the right to explore and commerce in the city, in exchange to help in his and Demon King's efforts. Meanwhile, the Queen has a short meeting with female magician at the outer library, before entering the ritual chambers, instructing the headmaid to kill her should she lose her sanity in the process. Young Merchant learns from his sources that the Central Church and Central Nations concocted the heresy charges against Crimson Scholar as her work was helping the South be free from Central's influence. He has one of the Scholar's students, the noble youngster, help in his plans. Meanwhile, an emissary of the church arrives to take Scholar into custody, unaware that she is in fact elder sister Maid in disguise. Before a huge crowd, she is accused of heresy, chained and tortured, as Hero awaits the opportunity to rescue her. But just when elder sister Maid is given the chance to speak, she tells everyone she was once a serf. She tells her story of how she lost most of her family during her days of serfdom, and until thanks to their deity, the Spirit of Light, she was saved upon offered a chance to rise and stand as a proper human. She tells the crowd the spirit gave humans the freedom to choose their own fate, and no one has the right to take it away from them, and allowing anyone to do that makes them insects. The Southern Kingdom joins forces to defy the Central Nations by ending serfdom and lowering taxes to encourage people to immigrate to the south, and the Lakeside Convent separates from the Central Church to form the true Church of the Light Spirit, with pamphlets and bards spreading their message. Meanwhile, Young Merchant begins buying wheat from the Central Nobles with future contracts, which causes food prices to rise as part of his plans. Fearing their food supplies will run out if Central continues importing their food, the South enacts trade tariffs and taxes on exports. As Young Merchant and Fire Dragon Princess learn that Central intends to install a new currency to prevent inflation, Winter King and Hero are informed an army led by the Blue Demon Clan has emerged from the portal to the Demon Realm and intends to attack from the south. Hero departs to confront the Blue Demon Clan alone, allowing the Southern Alliance to focus on the incoming invasion from the north, and much to his surprise, he reunites with female magician on the way there. Meanwhile, in the Demon Realm, the Queen emerges from the chamber possessed by the spirits of the ancient Demon Kings, and the Chief Maid manages to push her back inside. Despite having her right arm cut off by her, Young Merchant, accompanied by Fire Dragon Princess, exposes to Merchant Youngster his intention to have the Southern nations establish their own currency and extend the Merchant Alliance trade with the Demon Realm.
天然痘の予防を魔族がもたらしてくれた。そう広めてくれと。我ら人間と魔族の仲を取り持ちたいのか。なぜだ。
敵の悪い悪夢が来た。眠りには良い夢が望ましい。
Female magician appears before the Winter King, delivering instructions from Crimson Scholar on how to develop a smallpox vaccine that could persuade Central to make peace with the South. Back in the Demon Realm, Hero assists the Queen in exorcising the ancient Demon Kings from her body. As Hero reattaches Chief Maid's arm, he informs the Queen of what has occurred since she left the human realm. Meanwhile, in the Iron Kingdom, Crusader Commander discovers the Maid sisters in a printing factory and attempts to murder Elder Sister Maid, mistaking her for Crimson Scholar, but is rescued by Warrior Youngster, who fights the commander and pushes him off the top floor to his death. At the Central Army camp, the mercenaries become angry and restless as they don't have enough food. Their horses are sick, and the Central leaders are squabbling over unclaimed spoils of war rather than attacking the South now. It all ends in a truce between the Central and South. The Alliance supplies potatoes to feed Central as young merchant convinces the Southern leaders of opening trade with the demons. Overall, it's a decent anime with a decent plotline. It is definitely worth watching if you absolutely have nothing to choose from. It is not anything groundbreaking with the stereotypes of most anime, so if you want something to pass the time, this is a good pick. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to click the like and subscribe button with the notification bell as well. And that's your daily dose of anime, Anidos signing out.